Hey guys, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful everything after our boys got the 4-0 win back home at the Camp Nou. Our first game back in what is like 900 and something days. Um, God, we're so back. But, and also, I'm back. Sorry for taking a little break. Life has thrown me a lot of changes recently, and obviously different setup, different everything. I'm gonna be decorating soon, but the important thing is we're back, ready for the season, the to continue the season, and yeah, let's start. First off, what a beautiful sight seeing our fans back at the Camp Nou, hearing Cant del Barça as the players are walking out onto the pitch, and yeah, it was such a beautiful feeling. It genuinely gave me goosebumps seeing that we're genuinely back. Obviously, the Camp Nou needs more work, and it's not what it's not at the end stage, but our fans are back. Or they're back at the seats that they belong in, and especially with the showing that our boys did today, 4-0 against Athletic Bilbao. Thank God. Yeah, what a beautiful day. I'm I'm pretty happy about what we showed today. Um, Obviously, with everything Nico Williams saga over the summer, I really wanted to. Oh, I just really wanted to destroy them. I wanted what happened today to happen. So I'm so happy after all the all the trash talking, all the things with their president, with Nico, with everything. I'm so happy that we got this. Yeah, I'm glad Nico did absolutely nothing today. That's so good. And more importantly than that, we we played a great game. Um, Obviously, little mistakes here and there, but overall, I felt like we had the energy back. I felt like we had the momentum, and it's something that we haven't really seen the past month. My last video was against Sevilla, and obviously we know that that was awful. And we've had a few ups and downs since El Clásico. Um, we won against Celta, but that was shaky. I'm genuinely very happy about what we showed today. It's great to have Joan Garcia back. It's great to have Rafinha back. Um, I think them being back is going to give us so much of a boost for the rest of the season. I'm praying that we don't get any more injuries. It seems like Balde might be injured, but I don't think it's going to be anything serious. But the first thing that stood out to me when I was looking at everything about the game was the starting lineup. Very different than what we've been doing. Ferran at winger. Obviously, Rashford was sick with the flu, so he couldn't really play. So I think, yeah, Ferran did great today at the winger. He had an impact, and I haven't really seen Ferran at a winger position since 3 years ago. Obviously, he plays here and there, but it's just not normal to see him at a winger. So that immediately stood out to me. Gerard Martin at center back, and Araujo on the bench. That was very interesting, but I wasn't opposed to it. And I think even though Athletic Bilbao didn't really show a great game or Didn't really attack us. Yes, they had some moments, but in reality, it was a really safe game. Um, he still did good, and then obviously he went and replaced Balde on the side, and then Araujo came in after Balde's injury. But I think Martin is slowly becoming, since the second half of last year, he's been a kind of important player for us in on defense. Not like Cubarci or Kunde or Eric, but he's become important when someone's missing. He can go in and be reliable. In the beginning, when he started playing, no one thought that he was reliable, but he's grown so much, has shown so much growth, and um, yeah, I'm super happy for him. But that was a very weird addition to the lineup. Olmo and Fermin playing together in the mid, with Frankie being out with the red card, and then Pedri being out for the injury. That was interesting because it's either what we've seen so far. It's either Olmo play or Fermin play. They play the same position, so play the same role in a sense. So seeing both of them together in the lineup was weird. And then Eric at the pivot, it was kind of like, yeah, the Busquets role, and I thought he was the MVP of the game. Fermin had a great game, but Eric changed the game. He impacted the game. Two of those goals came from Eric, if you think about it. The first half, a great start. So much energy, so much pressing. We were pressing them anytime that we lost the ball. We were gaining it back immediately. We were making good runs. We were making a lot of long runs, a lot of long passes, and we haven't really been seeing that much this year. Last year we were making quite a bit of longer runs, and it was because there's more smaller runs happening within the midfield and the attack, which led to the outside wingers, or even outside wingers, to make those longer runs and be a little bit more open. So that was great to see, since we haven't really seen it this year. Lewa scoring in the 4th minute. Unai Simon, he had a really bad game today, and that should not have gone in. But I'm not complaining. I'm so happy that Lewa scored, and he looked really young in the first half. He looked faster. He looked more like energized, and obviously due to the circumstances of us having the first game at the Camp Nou, I think it brought that energy for everyone. But still, I was impressed with him, and our defense, I think, played good. There wasn't really much to defend a lot of the times. There was a few mistakes. Kunde had some mistakes. Eric didn't really go back and cover some people making the runs to the middle of the box, but it was a good showing. Again, there was no danger, so the defense really wasn't really tested that much. But from what they had to, for what they had to play against, I think we did good on the back. And then the mid, Fermin and Olmo. First off, Fermin was imposing himself in the game. Every minute you saw him. You saw him giving energy. You saw him fighting against the ball, which a lot of those fouls were very tough on him because I don't think they were fouls. But he imposed himself in the game, and that's why he was named the MVP of the match. But Olmo, not so much. He kind of started whenever we were already winning 3-0. That's whenever he started trying to shoot a little bit more. But he almost looking very lost, or not so even lost, but so slow. A lot of those he could have shot, but he made the extra touch, and then he gets blocked. I have not seen someone need a goal like how he does. He needs something. I know he scored over the international break, but he needs to do that with Barca, and because it's affecting his confidence with the team. And he needs something. He needs a boost with the club. I'm glad that Fermin scored. He deserved a goal today. Fermin and Olmo were playing a little bit too separate, so it was kind of hard to, since they're not really connecting, it's kind of hard to connect the play to the forwards. They were a little bit spread out, but I mean, we still were able to get the ball to the attack. And I mean, it's hard for them since they really play the same role, and they haven't really been in that position before. So I don't think they're going to be playing that position again, or that they're going to be in that position like how they were today, since Pedri's coming back against Chelsea, since Frenke's going to be back. So I think we're going to be using one at a time, not two at the same time. But yeah, and then Ferran had a fantastic game, made great runs, made great passes too. There was one with Fermin that was a beauty. Very solid today. Eric, again, I think he was the heartbeat of the game today. For me, he was an MVP. He made a few mistakes in the beginning, but in reality, like his aggressiveness as the pivot, and he helped distribute. And if you saw, he was really box to box quite a bit of times. He was involved within the attack, and I thought he was fantastic today. Fantastic. And that was one of the best showings I've seen from Eric. I'm a big Eric fan. I wasn't before, 2 to 3 years ago, before he went on loan. But since he's been back on loan, I've been a very big fan of him. And this was one of the best showings that he's provided so far. And I'm so happy with his growth and transition so far. And I think he might be the most, outside of Pedri, I think he might be the most reliable player that we've had this season. And it shows to all the work that he's done. So I cannot be any more proud of him. And Lamine, he played much better today. He was attacking more. He was taking on more defenders. He had a few assists, made beautiful runs with the ball, and he did what Lamine does. I still think that injury is affecting him just a tiny bit, but he looks so much better than the previous games. Previous games, he's been looking really lost. And it's like someone trying to swim, but they have weights on their feet, so they can't really do what they usually do. They're trying to get air. They're trying to do something. That's how Lamine has looked. But today, I think there's times where he was a little quiet and then would attack. Quiet, attack. So I'm happy with how he played today. I'm hoping that he can show up at Stamford Bridge and do what Lamine does. So I'm excited for that, and I'm glad Rafinha's back. I'm so happy because he's going to be affecting so much of our way of play with his speed, with his tempo. Since he's been out, we've been so kind of slow in the passes, slow in the tempo, and it's really messed with us. I think having Rafinha now is going to give us that little boost, and I'm glad that he played at least, what was it, like 20 minutes. I'm glad that he played that so he can get a little bit of rep before Stamford Bridge. But yeah, besides that, Joan Garcia, he needs to get called into the Spain national team for the World Cup. As a Barca fan, I don't want him to, but he deserves it. I think he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. I'm so happy he's back. And even with the few saves that he made today, he just shows how world class he is. And yeah, that's really it for today. But I'm so happy that we're back after that international break, and especially back at the Camp Nou. Those are such incredible words. The Camp Nou, we're back, and yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the season. I'm excited to end this first half in a great way. I think we have like a month in a week or something like that. But yeah, I'm excited, and I think our boys are gonna show a lot more than what they have this first half. So I'm excited. Let's get it. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.